Welcome to Woodzman Adventures, guys. I'm out on the beast, the Honda CT125. Been out checking out trails today. It's a beautiful day. It's in the 70s and just a gorgeous day to go out riding and enjoy the scenery. Check out all the views, because that's what I enjoy doing. It's amazing the stuff that I find out on some of these trails. And I just take the Garmin Tread 2 and I just look for trails on it, and what we find on here, that's what we get. So I never know just by looking at it on here what the trail is going to turn out to be like or what I'm going to find, but I can find that there's trails out here. Shows another one on up here. There's one up here to the right. The first one, that little brown one, looks like it's probably not much of a trail. It may be just like camping areas, because there's camp spots along this road. This is the Arizona BDR, and there's different places you can pull in and camp. Check this one out anyway. Can't hurt. But it don't show like a numbered trail on here, so sometimes that turns out to be the better one. Nice camp spot there. Not a lot of shade. There's some shade. I like the shady spots. Don't like being in the sun if I can keep from it when I'm camping. Set the tent in a shady spot. I guess if it was cold in the winter, which we don't get cold here. Somewhat cold, but you might want to set it up in the sun. But yes, the Honda Trail 125, or CT125, whatever you're going to call it, it is my exploring rig. This is what we do on it. We go out testing all these little trails just to see where they go. Oh, there's one that goes that way. Oh, it's a, looks like a camp spot. This looks like it goes up here and ends like at a little turnaround, a little loop, probably a campsite. That's what it looks like on the map. Now sometimes it might show that on the map, but it actually, they don't end. They go a lot further than what it shows on the map. And sometimes, like some of them I've run into today, when they show they end, that's where they end. They've been pretty accurate. I mean, this ain't a bad little trail. There's no challenge here, which when I'm out on the Trail 125, I'm not looking for challenge. I'm just looking to enjoy the day, go out and find an adventure of exploring out in all these trails in the mountains and the desert, different places that I take this thing. And that's what's fun about this little bike, because it's so safe. It'd be pretty hard to get hurt. I ain't saying you couldn't, but it would be hard to get injured on this bike. Just got a little bit of common sense. And I got just a little bit of it. Just a little bit. Oh, there's some kind of an old, maybe an old corral or something from long ago. Yep, shows it's going to end right here in a little loop, and it does. But there is a camp spot out here. So if a person wanted to come camping, where there ain't going to be much people around. So what I like when I find a camp spot is not one that's right on the main trail, but not far off the main trail. And the reason why is because if you're right on the main trail, of course, you get traffic, probably people checking out the trails too, going in and out. If you're a little bit off the main trail, say just 50 yards out through there, you're not right on this trail, but everybody, when they come out here, they're not going to go down to where your campsite is, usually, because they can see, well, that just goes to that campsite. And to me, that's the best ones. is something that's not too far off the main trail. But like this one, you could camp out there at the end where we just turned around. But if it's busy, which I've never noticed hardly anybody ever out here but on this stuff. But if it is busy, then everybody's going to come up here and turn around right there at your camp because that's the end of the road. So the end of the road's not necessarily the best spot. More of a side one, like I said, that you can still see this one from it. It's not that far away. And you're not right in the traffic. This road here, because it's so rocky, it wouldn't be very dusty. Because it's too rocky. Usually the ones that are real rocky like this, they're not real dusty. It's the ones that are sandy, kind of dirt, they'll be dusty. Yeah, there's a camp spot out there too. Now that one, like I said, that would be good. This one. This one's a little too close. There's a deer, 2 deer. Darn, they was laying down there in that shade and I didn't see them. They might have been there when I went by just a little bit ago. Oh darn, I scared them off. But this one wouldn't be bad because people that are going by, you're not right on the road. But they can see there's not a trail here. And they're not going to go in your camp and mess with you. This one's the same way. This one's a little better because it's a little bit further from the road. But it's not a road going past it. So yes, this one I like better. Nice fire ring. We're that far off the main trail right there. We got plenty of room for parking if you was to bring your vehicle out here. And nice place to set up a tent. That's a good spot. That's kind of what I look for when I look for camp spots. And it's kind of what I'm doing today. I'm going out exploring trails, looking for places to camp. I've already got a lot of them, but you know, I might find something better. The grass is always greener at the other campsite. You ever done that? Get a campsite and then you find another one, like after you got it, it's like, darn, we should have rented that campsite. That one's way better. You know, because online, you know, you really can't tell. Here is the perfect one, guys. We're not far off the trail, but it's got its own little pull-in spot here. Look at that. The only bad part about this one is because of the size here. This is a kind of a big area right through here. You might be camping there and somebody else come out here and camp with you. But the good part about here in Arizona like that, that's not going to happen. I doubt that. I mean, if you came in deer season when it's busy, maybe. But as far as just coming out here like this weekend and camping, you would probably never even see anybody out here on this trail. And it's a good location out here. You can camp on this one, take off from here, and go exploring all the other trails down this BDR, which I've been riding on. So, it's a good spot. Here's another one. Not a very big one, but it's pretty close to the road. I don't like them real close to the road. Or to the trail. The good part about this whole thing out there here, it's not actually on the main dirt road, which is the BDR down here. That road, you don't want to be next to because people fly down that in vehicles and you're going to get tons of dust. Lots of dust on it. And we're fixing to come back out on it right here. Here we go. Another trail down. Another one bites the dust. We go to the next one. Shows there's another one down here on the right. On the tread 2. 4226. 4626, what that one says. That one shows a sign there, but I don't think it's a trail. I bet it's not. There's a sign out there. It may say, no vehicles out here. Keep out. Wouldn't doubt it. See what that says. No motor vehicles. That's what it says. Makes you wonder why. It's just a trail. Who cares? Too many Karens in this world, that's for sure. I have Karens that watch my videos sometimes. Tell me I ain't got gloves on, or tell me I need to go to the gym because I'm picking up my bike or I'm riding and I'm breathing, because they don't understand that my microphone is 1 inch in front of my mouth. And yeah, you're going to breathe heavy when you get out riding off road. You're going to breathe heavier than you would just normal. And you're going to, when you pick up your bike, it's laying on the ground or something, you're going to breathe heavier than you would if you didn't. So it exaggerates it by that microphone being right in front of your mouth. It's not like it's that big a deal. And even if it is, why would you get on the channel and tell somebody something they're doing wrong? How about just worry about yourself? Why is everybody worried about everybody else and what they're doing? And you can say it's because they care. It ain't because they care. It's because they troll and they like to comment things that they're better at than you are. People just, they don't make mistakes. They like to just tell people how to do it wrong, or they're doing it wrong. And a lot of those people, if you know the truth about it, they probably don't even have a bike. Because I've had people talking about riding, or I can do that, or you should do this. And I'm like, well, come on out. Heck, get on down here. Let's see how amazing you are. But they never show. It's because they probably don't even own a bike. I'm not trying to get into a rant. I just think that it's funny, actually, about all the Karens there is in this world. This one may be a good one here. Be a lot longer. We will have to go check it out. So looks like it goes right here. There's a camp spot there that would be a good one because it's off of the trail really good. It's gonna go up that way. I don't know if I can go up it or not. It may be too steep a hill, but this is a good spot. Oak trees around, juniper trees around. Super cool. So that's just what I'm doing today, guys. I've been out exploring trails and looking for campsites. And sometimes if it's one that's exceptionally good, I can go ahead and pin it and mark it here on my Garmin Tread 2. And then I can come back to it later because I got a march on there. Other ones, if they're like just a regular campsite, not something I think is spectacular, I won't worry about marking it, but don't want all of them on there. You can only put good campsite on so many pins. I mean, you can put as many as you want, but so I'm gonna go check out some more of these trails. Still got a lot of day left. It's only 1:04 p.m. 70 degrees, 5,208 feet elevation right here. So we're not up high. We are high desert, but we're close to the edge of the mountain, so our elevation's a little higher than it would be like back down in Sierra Vista. Not a lot of difference. So first off, before I get off here, I want to thank my number one sponsor, who is my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. He is the Savior of the world. Also, I want to thank you guys for getting on here and watching my videos. Thank you for putting a comment below, clicking that thumbs up, hitting that subscribe button and the bell icon. God bless you all, and we'll catch you all on the next adventure. Right on.